Hey Kinder Kids, it's Mrs. Kofel. I've just got a really few cool activities you guys could try at home. So moms and dads, I don't know if you happen to have any of these plastic eggs hanging around your house. If you do, oh my goodness, there's so many different activities that you can do with these plastic eggs. Every year around Easter, we always have them set up for our tabletop. So I'm going to show you a few and see if maybe they might work for you at home. So number one, the one we use is, we call it, I actually stuck these eggs in an actual egg carton, which if you have one, great. If not, no worries. And then we have a crack the egg and find a popcorn word. So what you could do is you could just have one of those plastic eggs. And I have a dozen there, a dozen of those plastic eggs. And then inside, I put a popcorn word in each one. Now I had the magnetic letters, so I obviously put the magnetic letters in, but you don't need to have the magnetic letters in. You could even just write a popcorn word on a little piece of paper and stick it in, and you could have your kids write them on a piece of paper, on a whiteboard, whatever you have, or even just crack them and see if they could say the popcorn word to you, which works as well. So you could have, if you don't have the popcorn words with you, let me know and I can send you a list of them as well again. So yeah, so that is just crack the egg and find a popcorn word. And oh, I forgot to show you, in this purple egg was the popcorn word am. So yeah, so that is one activity that most years right before Easter we do as one of our tabletops. So let me just put this guy back. And then another activity that we also do, usually around this time we start to talk about rhyming words and word families. And so again, you get, I'm going to find a different one. Hold on a second, bear with me. If you have at home just a good old Sharpie, I've got a few here, any color works. And what you do is you can do rhyming words. So I wrote A-N on here and then different letters. So then the kids can turn this and make the different words that in the word family. So you've got can, and then man, and then tan, and then they can keep turning it fan. And for some of our SK friends, you could extend it by having them write it down on a piece of paper or again on a whiteboard. So that's another kind of literacy activity that you could do with your class. So those are two: crack the egg to find a popcorn word inside, and then to turn the egg and make different word families with it. And then another one that you could do, I'm just gonna find my empty plastic eggs, is you could actually take these eggs and stack them. So you could have them make a pattern. So I've got a blue egg and I've got a green egg, and whatever colors you have, you could just make an AB pattern and see. You could start it for your kids and then see if they can extend it, and then you can keep going with the eggs you have. You could even, for some of the SKs, you could extend it and have them do like a 3-color pattern, or like an AAB, which is like blue, blue, green, blue, blue, green. So that would be a really cool activity for them to do. You could also have them to do another math activity. You could have them measure something. So I'm just trying to find something nearby that I have. So say I have Elliot's tablet. I could actually get Elliot to see how many of these plastic egg halves it would take to, how many it would take for the length of his iPad. So that would be another. You could have them measure anything. A shoe in the house, or and then you could even talk about like the difference is like, oh, is the shoe bigger than the iPad? How many more, right? Just to extend it for some of those SKs, right? Which it's easy to just count them for some of them. But then you could say how many more, like if the, say the iPad was 15 of these and a shoe was 10, how many more was the iPad than the shoe? So just a few activities you could do with just having some of these plastic eggs, and ones that we do in the class. So some of the SKs might remember it from last year. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to text myself, or Miss Freitas' class is going to get this video as well. So don't hesitate to text Miss Freitas if you have any questions. All right, have fun and happy Easter.